Okay, so today I'm going to burn onto the wood a project, and I'm going to use the Scorch Marker Pro, and I'm going to use a heat gun, which is the Chandler tool. And the first step is just making sure that your surface is smooth. So if it's not, then you just need to take a 220 grit sandpaper and just buff it out a little bit, and then just wipe off the remainder of the dust. It just has to be smooth. So I'm going to use this block, and this is a 6x4 that I purchased off of Amazon, and I'm going to do like a little letter on here. And so the first step is to do your vinyl. And then when you weed out the area that you want exposed, that you are going to, do the scorch marker in. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off with transfer paper and put it on the wood, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I took the vinyl and I put it on the block. And then I'm going to apply the scorch markers, in between here. I'm just using the vinyl as a stencil. But just to be safe, because I had intended to have this be one strip and it didn't work out, I'm going to use some painter's tape to apply in those places, just in case anything drips. I don't want anything else on here. So I'm just going to use a little painter's tape, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I put the painter's tape on, and before I get started to do the scorching with the scorch marker, you just want to go over everything and make sure that everything is really adhering to the wood, and that there's not any area where the scorch marker can seep underneath, no like crevices. So anyway, that's all good to go, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the scorch marker. Okay, so you need to shake the scorch marker, and if you haven't used it before, you'll want to push the tip down until the ink starts to come to the end, and mine is actually there. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And you want to do very little on here, because you don't want it to leak underneath, and it only takes a little bit goes a long way. So I'm going to go ahead and just do that. Make sure you can see. So here's the fun part. It's been like, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and take off the vinyl, and then we're gonna use the hot glue gun. Okay. Everything off, and I'm going to go ahead and use the Chandler heat gun tool, and it is a dual temperature. It has like a low and a high. I'm going to use it on the high, so I'm going to go ahead and get that warmed up. It just takes a few, and see if you can make sure that you can see it.